This video is brought to you by Sailrite. Visit Sailrite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions. This video will demonstrate the Flex20 bracket and adapter kit, and also how to install it if you have an older Ultrafeed sewing machine.
Hi, I'm Eric Grant. At Sailrite, we are constantly improving the Sailrite Ultrafeed sewing machines, and we have a new device called the Flex20 bracket and adapter kit. This kit allows you to plug in the Flex20 light directly to the bracket in the back of the sewing machine, so you no longer have to run a cord all the way to the wall. We're going to show you how to install it and how it's used in this video. The Flex20 now has a shorter cord. No longer do we need a long cord because we can plug right in behind the motor. The plug inserts into the adapter into here, then your foot pedal, and you're ready to sew. If you have a Monster 2 balance wheel with hand crank, in the past the plug was located about here, which still gave plenty of room for hand cranking, but now look how far the plug is. Optimal space for hand cranking. Now that the plug is further back this direction, it doesn't protrude out as much, so I don't have to unplug the electronics in order to wrap the cord around the sewing machine for transportation. I'll put the foot pedal inside the throat of the sewing machine, and then I take the light and I'll tuck it right inside of here so that the foam can come around and not hit the light. Integrated thread stand pivots in, and then the case top goes on. Then we're ready for transport. All new Ultrafeed sewing machines have the bracket already installed. The Plus and the Premium come with the adapter and the light.
Can this kit be mounted on older Ultrafeed sewing machines? Well, that depends on the motor bracket. If you have a motor bracket like what we'll show next, you can.
Now this bracket and the adapter here that has the plug for the light can be mounted on these machines that have this bracket system. You must have a motor that mounts with 2 screws on the side that mount onto a black bracket like this. If you have a system like this, you can purchase this kit with the Flex20 light and get this ability.
How to retrofit your older Ultrafeed for this bracket and adapter is next.
There are 2 screws here. They need to be removed. There's a little back plate here that sometimes sticks. Just take that off and keep that.
Next, we'll open up the components of the kit.
You'll find 2 screws with washers and lock washers. You'll also need the bracket for the next step. First, a lock washer goes on the screw, then the washer. The bracket will go on like this. There are 2 threaded holes here. We'll take one of the screws with the lock washer and the washer and insert it and line it up to that hole, and then we will start threading it by hand.
Once this screw is installed, install the second in the next hole that's catty corner to it.
Once both screws are in place, tighten them down securely. My screws came out of this, so I have them here with the lock washer on them. I'm going to insert the top screw, which is on the triangular side here. This side is not triangular in shape. Then we'll take that back plate, and it has a gate here, and that gate goes over these wires. And then it should kind of snap in place like it did there. With that back plate in place, I'm going to hold it together and the screw, and I'm going to push it up against this bracket and then slowly lower it with the wires going in the side until it lines up with the hole in the bracket. Then I'm going to gently hold it and take my Phillips screwdriver and start to drive the screw into the threaded hole.
After this screw is installed, we'll concentrate on the lower one that's catty corner to it.
So I tighten that screw pretty firmly so that I can position this in a location which allows me to drive the screw into the threaded hole. I like to look through this end and look for the light, and then that way I know that the hole is lined up. And you sometimes have to push pretty hard to get it to line up. Once you get it to line up, then we can insert the screw on the other side. Okay, so I have my screw inserted on my Phillips screwdriver, and a magnetic screwdriver can definitely help in this, but you can get it done this way too.
The Ultrafeed Flex20 bracket and adapter kit is now installed. Now we're going to show you how to use it.
Now the Flex20 can be installed magnetically. I like to insert the plug of the Flex20 into the bottom of the adapter before I install the adapter. This has male plugs on one side and female on the other. Insert the female end into the motor plug. Then plug the power cord and foot control into the adapter, and you're ready to sew. This cord can be tucked behind this bracket, or you can use these clips and attach them anywhere on the machine to keep the cord out of your way.
Newer Ultrafeed sewing machines come with the bracket already installed, but if you have an older Ultrafeed sewing machine and the correct motor mount, you can order this kit from Sailrite today. Thanks for watching.